Bronya nti no ehu be hia say ye be ne nkakra ye be hwe yapomodin ye be hwe ye security ne sa ne be ne nkakra ansa na ye be ko breaker na yakọ break se ne be ya ye di bronya no na ye hwe ye ho so ye enti ye wo ye nua ba chese Ofiga East ye ne din ede Mrs. Abigail Asamoah Mrs. Abigail Asamoah e wo fi ha say ya chese oni yen baba be di enkomo enti mesro say ade biara wo you can still do what you're doing, just listen to us na definitely no ehun be hia nkomo yi ehun be hia opa enti ye ko enkomo no so time so a maybe phone lines no na fe the question bia wo no na we bisa ye sister fefefe e wa ha say me pa cha afehia pa
afen komete wie mi
sa afi sese na nyina ye ti ase ahoɔden mu ye die mu na chese bibia ye kama ishisha ye say yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Yo and the minimum so maybe say Mrs. Abigail.
Yeah.
Ye di nkomo. I hope say guys the phone na ho ye.
Nyamia domo ho ye pa.
Obia ho ye. Ye de nyankopon ase pa. Ye da mo ase nso say mo ne ya ye adwuma mo aka mo nto. Mo ne mo nto baba be boy adia no chese ye adwuma kese se. Nyankopon sham. Na ewie ye di HIV ho nkomo.
Yeah.
Enti be pacho betimi akọ ede amaye.
Yo, ebusiafo ene atifo a mutie me nyina ichi obia ye mo bia so afenhia pa. Or for the month of December bosomia we are say afana nyina ye de si ho celebrate HIV and into WHO na say apomodin enkra bata panyi di anima ye WHO World Health Organization me celebrate HIV e wo kro bia so any facility any hospital near ma awareness die ntie ye celebrate say the create awareness on the infection ye many pen will say yade no etiase yade ne wo ho na yade ne abrani nyina nkrofo enya. Just last 2 months, your statistics from Kumas, then it passed 70,000 and a new cases some identified.
Kumas, yes, 70,000.
70,000. In the Accra, the NHS say, Omunyan statistical test, how many are a lot of people are having the infections, Omunim some infections, no. Yaka HIV is a yadim, you know, Yakabo my back home. HIV Nijinaho. Potoka semesi human immunodeficiency virus. A virus be a beni pedrianim. And it is a virus ne beni pedrianim, the beni se be break it down the immune system. And mama who dim mo jana ya say free be white blood cells. Now white blood cells ni muno and what dim kobi o my friend CD4 lymphocyte set and a medical term. And no a boa kutia ya dear. And it is a ya dear bia na white blood cells na ya more na a prevent and I say a suppress ya dear no from say a beya kesia akokonya impact and as a different infections are occur into the body. So that is the work of the white blood cells. It fights against infection. And it's imra HIV ni baba ni pedrian a viral infection. Or for say there were a lot of infections where we are say there were protozoa, fungi, bacteria, nina infections where we are say a virus and so come. I was some say viral infection they don't die. Infection be a virus and as compared to parasite, it's a mosquito kawa. Now when you malaria parasite symptoms they bani treat ya na when you fungal infections they be about when you white be fungal infection kakra ya ma wadre timi ko but the more na ye virus ni de wonwu and it will bani pedwani ma de ye ne se ma wundra bebre wase say there be one ton kosua na say one ton koso endoso and it is a HIV virus ni bani pedwani ma de be ne say e be break the immune system white blood cell ne down. HIV ni will be a friend RNA ye ni pedwane so ahoden bi e wo ma abua ma yetimi nya ahoden ekuta yade no ye DNA. HIV ni DNA ni bi and it is a bani pedwane ma eta be hye liver ni kidney no ase na ete ho intayete se abua bi ate se mfa se bosoma ko trade se sa woje etimi tare baby din na etwen ya se nipa nyina be twene no watimi anya access into the home. That is how the HIV virus behave. And it's a liver na se kidney no one tare ho the very day your immune system becomes weak be when your common cold be when your cough be immune system na you compromise are weak no na HIV mo no it go through certain stages about 5 to 7 stages na a pick umoja ho de na ye white blood cell no na a try I imitate ne ho e be shade itself from the RNA na a pick DNA no and it's a pick DNA now the white blood cells doesn't see the HIV infection as a new organism no it sounds said DNA na ni peduane wo no HIV na to no no RNA na twene and wa fa DNA no into a tope na a start na fusion will take place integration will take place reverse transcription so many processes are no medical terms go through into nya pick DNA ne pe na fe now it forms and becomes one like the white blood cells into ye moja ho de na white blood cells na kute yade no ehu HIV na as a foreign body afa ehu ne se ono an ho into afa start e multiply na increase and it increase e ba ko bia no ekokose ham se ekọ ani no so bebre ekokose damage timi ma onifra ekọ adwene bebre timi cause infection like protocol say friend toxoplasmosis etimi ma adwene mu asemu ka kakra ekọ ba bia mo no be ko bia no ekose ham se yan treat am manage we year na every HIV no ekọ AIDS AIDS ni acquired immunodeficiency syndrome ani de yade ankasa HIV ni infection but AIDS ni yade manya HIV median first stage WHO achichem into 4 stages first stage no asymptomatic the same sister yeti hai yesi be HIV screen yenko screen bi minim se manya bi mekwa test yesi manya bi me be bia nya me ya into no asymptomatic you don't have any symptom there is no sign there is no symptom but I'm having an infection into everyone na say edidimu kwa to the second stage or for me fa di ba ko bin chipping in HIV infection it doesn't have an incubation period.
Okay.
As compared to malaria, mosquito can now within 3 to 7 days you exhibit a symptom. But HIV you need incubation period. Into the virus can be in you several years, several months. Compare must say your immune system becomes weak. And son at an way.
Until immune system be weak,
be a compromise.
Not say we okay, we
yes, pepe. In the second stage in the dua, and one most common cold flu-like infections, and as a wuti, as a malaria be, as an infection be before typhoid. Over so many tests. Now ye wushy, but Obako testing for HIV na aba positive. Like I said, no, you've moved from the first stage asymptomatic, to the second stage. From second stage, you test stage, and what did I say? Now your CD4 lymphocyte cells, white blood cells, are you very compromised? Are you very weak? Into mojana who dear could say I didn't mean couldn't say idea. Into what say one we do one nipano. It may be able to so be an adjumukano. A coin chimbe to me cause stroke. A coin near to me any penny fra. It is said the virus now becomes small. A cause pneumonia, malaria, typhoid. A do the test stage. TB setting in. It gives room to other opportunistic infection. Into infection be a bepian etimicho because your immune system not a compromise. While one demo jana white blood cell ne kutia yadiano. Now intiminya one didn't kuntia yadia. It's an HIV in one I take it over. From third stage, let's just say do the fourth stage, and what now you are moving from HIV to AIDS. That is where I won't say scabies. Na fe pompo boni panamotu ma say o grain. Obefo say bia ma shebu no manya sa no aye pompo. Na fe boni pan kon ho na pompo abobo no. E do that stage na the immune system is very compromised to the extent say why you very weak. I want to say penyifo ni bi tat make say besi aboni dua. E san say affect o do the fourth stage it affect the liver. It affects the kidney. Into one careful with someone no why kete banana for kese. And yes, aboni dua na kidney or liver is being affected.
Wow.
Yes, into these are the 4 stages symptom stages HIV it go through. And do the 4th stage that's still treatment has not been given. You intimi manage and now you are no more HIV, you are now in AIDS. Into being a sad, the medium will say me what this stage and I say me what this stage. Into when you come to the hospital be and it just say HIV treatment be abaya fahoka free.
HIV
treatment in Ghana it is free.
It will be to me I walk in.
Yes, and walk-in services. You can just walk in to do the test. You can come to the hospital about routine test and we can screen you. Doctor, I'm here HIV me whom is status. Yes, we do it for you.
But has there ever been a time ABO be about ebi onam ne kwan no so ma me nkofe mu na me nye test na me hwe na ebia akwaba na se ebia it's one ko hu ni akwa ko se ebia we nye bi I was a mistake da
not really. Because one thing says a mistake. Then the one test kit, maybe there is a problem with it.
Okay.
But we just don't do one test.
Okay.
We just don't do one test. Until we do series of tests, about 3 tests, to confirm Obia or HIV.
Okay.
First response, and it can be positive but not positive.
Okay.
And it's who's the first response you're positive. Most of the times, first response needs to have other infections, syphilis and other things, especially in pregnant women. It's about positive, but not only HIV. Then we move from the first response to the oral quick, the second test. I know they didn't take the blood, but we take the mucous membrane. Wanum, the befe for brush, be befe for wanuma, namo Jeffrey, with mucus, ne saliva kakraya, okay. No, yeah, second test. Now, second test, in the banana say a positive, but we just don't give you treatment. We move to the test. Third test, I know there a final confirmation test. Okay. Yes, and we find the SD bioline, and the final confirmation test takes the antibody of the blood. Na apeke, na ampase, money be uma. Simple, test no. Now when you're convinced that there is something called viral load, we can take a sample from your blood to see if whether there is an organism in there. See, viral load, not say organism back one copy, it will show. Until we do all these tests before we can confirm that indeed somebody is positive.
So what if maybe Maba or facility, why a first one, a prove say a positive?
Yes.
Ebia a shown to no me kwa me baby so but ebia na mistake
yeah.
And then I'm walking around with the thought say ebia my experiencing something like that before.
Oh, okay. In Guy's Municipal Hospital, there, I've worked in the HIV units for long, but in shouldn't be a hossa. Though people have come working from other facilities, on my reporting. Young person still be
definitely.
And DNC say me CAB but all series of tests, viral load. Now there was nothing like that. Into most of times, see a test all these 3 tests, viral load not be anymore. Then we move to other infections to see say a syphilis a gonorrhea and a picky first response as positive. Yes, in real cases there can be one when the test kit is even expired, because every test kit has an expiring date, and if not qualified nurses and a test nurses it can also pick up, because there are certain drops I say drop of blood, drop of diluent now they a test into find it too much it can give you another reading, or find it too less, and so it can be another reading. Into yes, there can be an opportunity such mess can happen.
Exactly. And now so me who say yes test kits you will be you can do it on your own at home.
Exactly.
Me say I'm not a medical person. What I say ain't And do you advise in Crawford and test your mom who will feel?
Okay, no, there is precautionary rules and how you should go about it there. And so when you do that test, if it is positive, when you do it and it's positive, it is not confirmed, you still have to come to the hospital. Okay. Now hospital, you go through the 3 algorithm tests. First respond, oral kick, and the SD bioline to confirm say I'm HIV in one or what then we take to the next step. Even when it is positive, and let's say we just jump to give you medication. We will do a series of investigations, series of counseling to see where it is coming from. Okay. If you are still in doubt, we do the viral load. Viral load in it here. Say 1 copy crown a woman, it will show. Say just a drop crown a woman, it will show. That is the final stage. I know, and me who copies are nipa ewo. Yes. If you find the self-test is good, you can do the self-test, but still come to the hospital for other confirmatory tests to be done.
Now, I think yari baby na anyway so I say HIV no. As what person or no so you can come. I then like I to say no who sa.
Yes. The one because when it affects the immune system, it affects the whole body from head to toe. HIV infection it affects from head to toe your immune system and make it very weak and very compromising the immune system. HIV need to take over the whole body. Emma white blood cells and other cells no entimi nya adwuma. HIV need bani peduanima apart from say affecting the immune system, it causes harm to society. It's answer now there is stigma. People say obia to say HIV aba not obia stro and that sort of thing. It affects society, it affects families. HIV need bani peduanima breaking other organs, other immune organs, your liver, your kidney is affected, your eye, your ears, every part of the body is affected. And then it's say a viral infection, a virus, they don't die. And then HIV, you born with the rules, say get tested. When you get tested and you are positive, we will be able to manage you. There is no cure for HIV, but you'll be able to manage you. Say the beya one intimate noso. Free HIV in Kodu ACE.
So obi or HIV na waba ebia mama ne drumo manage situation no. Yes. Can the person still have sexual intercourse with someone without protection?
Yes, well you can do that when the virus we've done the viral load and we've seen that your immune system is now strong. The viral copies there are very low. We get to a point we call it U equals to U, undetectable. We'll be there to the extent after you test again, it will come as negative. Let's say you're undetectable. It doesn't mean you are negative. It means that the DNA that is helping the HIV to multiply, to increase, to become more in the blood has shed off from the virus.
Okay.
But the HIV is still there.
It's still there.
And so when you get to the undetectable state, that is where we advise couples that you can have sex, naked sex, and get pregnant. And if you still take your drug, the child is going to be negative. Your father, the husband is also going to be negative. And so when you get to the undetectable stage, that stage when you have sex, you're not going to be infect the other person.
Want me Emma or next
Yes, because now no, virus now are very weak, and the DNA never woman are multiplying and also so free home. But the virus is still there, but just say it's not active. That is the word I have to use.
But has there ever been a time Abia Obienya sa you may ya wuki me but pompono NS or between this and your man Emma and show ye?
Yes, severally. And you are saying the person has been tested early.
Okay.
Then early treatment, early testing, early treatment. Immediately the person tests and is positive, the person starts treatment. Until started treatment, the virus now, it say the HIV doesn't die, as I've said, but the virus is now being suppressed. Yes, suppress the drug. The antiretroviral therapy suppresses the drug and the virus from increasing. Into suppress it. One after now and one ain't me multiply beam and free HIV in co-ace. Into Nippon HIV state. People have been in a drug for about 30-40 years. They are still healthy. I will be creating some more infection.
Wow.
They are still in HIV. Once somebody come here, I say HIV near infection, not disease. Yes.
Okay.
And you can be in HIV state when you take your drug well, you do your routine viral load test, you do your routine labs, everything that is being given the precautions and then the guidelines you follow, you are free to go.
But stars here, whatever to abontin from Kumasi say, what say
70,000.
70,000.
Yes.
It's not just say I might know someone that has that.
Exactly.
Hey.
But one thing is HIV in one, it's in the blood. It's not on the body. If I hug you, if I kiss you, if we eat together, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. You can hug, shake somebody, the person is not going to get it. It's only in the blood. Into be on your positive or get it treatment, not taking the ARTs now. The person is free to go. You can stay healthy without infecting the other partner.
Yes, sister no mekaipa. There was a time na HIV be gentle had den and ketwa and no so you lose weight you or describing no. But for some time no they run a bar form. In fact, man say what baby until recently. Say what happened? Is it because it says I you live carefree life or someone
I was saying the I was saying the maybe who says so many infections COVID is be taking out and my attention in now shifting from HIV to COVID. Other infections be by my not just say I don't know and also come but every year be December the yes he was saying baby piano we should talk about HIV. I was one adebako and chemi kwanya obi befa so enya HIV because somebody may ask HIV the main cause of HIV is through unprotected sex with an infected person. Medical me ati say HIV mo ano eni ye ho abehu se me hu wa metimaka say HIV just what test because it's in the blood. And when you have an unprotected sex without any barrier, without condom, say a male condom or say a female condom, nani pani will be there and one ubenya bi. And a sharing of shafts and objects and also so prone will be to be. Madam so to be the money back. So mommy will be about antenatal who say or you're positive. Men no me gidi che me say be konum say me konum be drone nema and also so no infected akwadano. Real cases na blood transfusion but I don't know before a blood will be transfused to you no. We screen the blood very well. It's only 1 out of make it 10 million. I bet who say true blood transfusion will be HIV.
Okay.
Gay or mama have anal sex a prone case you can really get HIV as quickly as possible.
Why?
Yes, because so many vessels are in the anus.
Okay.
And also see a design in such a way say it's just for poo.
Okay.
So when you excess friction, once it's when your constipation cram, now we'll try say be a it's bruises and blood kakraba. Into excess friction will cause a lot of bruises in the veins and also to prone the person of getting HIV.
Okay. Every show for not just enkomo e wo honom eno no na ye boy. Like I said no enche bia no maybe a phone line say no. Yes sister e wo ha say wato ne bopa e na o cheche said the ade e ye adwuma intime pa cho also wo question bi a ubetimi e de aba na me pacho why December.
Yeah. Okay, well, once a December a peak period, it's a season festive period.
Just say, enkofo be kwa ko chele no.
Yeah.
Eya mo
December
ya.
Julia. Obia, don't be born yourself. Be case 24th Kokro. Obia Jamaica ko. And when there is you once people go to unite with others, friends and parties, drinking. Once when you drink too, you become so drowsy and you don't know what's happened. The next yes, until December a caution period that we are cautioning the whole world. So we need to be stay safe because HIV is real. Once the infection or a banner one managing a year, it can cause a lot of damage to the cells and to the body. Yes, in TC and treating and managing a we na ya maya dear way bar. That is a high nipid. Meanwhile, we can use condom to prevent it.
What's a condom? So you say I need it. I'm not more okay to say a band. Almost a your mother. Obi betime bi sa o say na we di tofe ne ho rubber da
and then asem they say tofe ne rubber so e di so kan ye de na mom to stay safe and they said e be ya ho ode ne apomode ne e benya strength into no we encourage to use condom. Exactly, we should use condom. Abstinence is the first key. When you're not being able to abstain, then if you're a partner, stay faithful to your other partner. Get frequent testing because 3 months be routine. I was every individual 3 months be tested for HIV.
Not just in a year you have to test like 3 times.
Yes, please, because we go to the barbering salon, shafts if it's not well sterilized, pedicure and all those things here, and man sterilizing equipment in a year. Now obi not serving the viral load very higher. In your you can also get one thing said the organism cannot stay under normal temperature. It's like normal temperature like this, no. They will die. But when the organism and viral load is very more, be in billions, trillions, now more the surface can die, but beneath, they are still active. Yes, until they can also cause infections. It's a called blade, a cause shafts, so pedicure one false and so you go be job, but we should need to sterilize. It's best when you go, you buy a new one, you use it. Now a boy said the beer you will not be contaminated and will be infection.
Not just say enka ye mana ye ko saloon enka ye to ye do you think so?
That one is very safe, especially barbering salon your blade. We should make sure says it should be new. Blade should be new, 1 for 1. Now another boy mana you save. It's said it should be no only the copies of womb. And I say apart from HIV, hepatitis is also there. It's also another sexual transmission. It's you're very careful. Many HIV but even hepatitis. Let's say no so soccer for how for abani pedrianim. And it's your best say you cost salutes in distance now. We should buy new blade, we should buy new trimmers and all those things. Now and my intimate safe. It's how well are we able to sterilize? Yes, because sterilizing machine and it's no board and you're in the bit my top. Then we near the 5 city 2 city beer and on about boy I'm just stay safe than using the general public's own.
Ebusham for not chese and come we fi has say no no ye nyina ya ready ye near bread and then ye kodi bronya ya pack ya nyama o tie me wa pack o de so I just sank na opon ya okọ but mebo imagine say bia we share bema do you think say it would be right for us to test before we start having sexual intercourse?
That one's the first key. Yes.
But do we do it?
I don't know the issue. We don't normally do it.
It's all these years. Me you, my hair who di na chese my papa ko share brand me hands on me no so cover. Do you think say how would you feel if your guy tells you say, oh, babe, before we do anything, let's go get tested? Personally, how would you feel?
Oh, I'll be okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'll personally I'll be okay. Yes, I wouldn't get any issue.
Oh, Sister Abigail, ewo Haseya Mepacho Ofriga East. Oni e discuss HIV and AIDS home. Kwan fa so ayenya ene 1 or 2 things bia wo se yen nyina ye hu. What you say ye diago so yare no say last week o said that ben yet say apem for ewo hin. One of this yen regency back say 30. I pay for bako 30 and I tested positive for yade no nti enya agro asem ene yete hasia yedi what you say enti me pacho o question bia ubetimi afre yes sister no na we bisa no me pacho banda e bisa say one oba akodem a e de na acho oba no ho eche say wenye bi
yo bibi no betro nipa no hama won odi kan ma ati say HIV na emoja mu yade so inti first signs first symptom na classification na WHO classify my asymptomatic inti nipa no ni symptom bia ho hwe but yen kan hu say me ne kwa koshia na me ka say enko ye tested na ye test na me negative it doesn't mean I'm negative it can be I'm in a window period and money be o me mu but I'm mature and yes strong
na che say ade yankasa wo mu rubber na wo say nipa
rubber na wo see you
hey it's e use rubber yanko ade nyina
baby see a tested for a period now say now you are convinced that after a period within about 3 times what testing you are convinced it's still negative now your immune system when your cold when your infections kakra still we testing is negative and now you can say I am free from HIV it sounds so I know your window period into window period no a period immune system is there be seroconversion and one but they've not converted from they've not shed off their RNA and pick DNA and multiply in the blood until now I have the organism in me but the organism no ain't me pick me DNA no from my white blood cell increase or more journey my young into me window period my will test and I'll be negative but it doesn't mean I am negative. Your oncophobia from the discordant couples. Inti papa be was scenario papa ni HIV na ne yeso wajano about 10 years ago. Mama at say HIV it doesn't have incubation period. Into organism not now mama for 10 years. Mama say every 3 months be test a negative. Into on the 10th year papa na 10 years ago asem cry what the birthday na ne su bring no twahwe. Ne mother no come here so many tests. Mama na very weak. Omo testing na fe ma me na be positive oba wo se me ra me kunu wo ye me hu se me kunu wo ya dia me kunu free mu no me for be ma bia da into one said the organism now seroconversion has taken place within 10 years period into look at the period though ma me any more not na ba e bia ma me sense say did here o di more fruit or yes exercise into immune system you very strong into morning to be pick the white blood cell and multiply into your by the time my immune system be compromise weak and suddenly hu omoja no into hu obi na kasa makọ test first negative na nipa no say o window period ma it will deceive you yes
and then na chere say ajeto ebushafo ajeta yes say there is a sabega kind me patro so what it said na wakọ test na say oh negative me patro no chere say ho so
yes.
Hey, Debbie, Asamna is serious. Debbie. Asamna is now me pacho sa yari HIV. Every hin just say in the Barbara bossa. Every hin.
See, you need the known place a free buy. One of the viruses I know so worry say. You better can sing. Say scientists for being a buy you said then we can't tell. But in him say a virus we said there is no cure as compared to all other infections. There is no cure for HIV, but there is management. It is antiretroviral therapies, to manage the organism. So they are only increasing cause other harms in other parts of the body. Yes, there is no treatment, there is no cure, permanent cure for HIV. To be catch was a baby draw where it is a lie.
Even a baby draw cry.
Yes, it is a lie.
But there is no problem. Monsieur, I see by no HIV 15 years. Or no a drug on me and son.
Because HIV viruses don't die. Into say obia was certain virus in him or her. Into says obinya cold virus will be obinya hinsi and channels also yes because virus never mun activity. Sanity typhoid fever is a virus. Into sobinya binas when the DJ can penna activity sana HIV virus the won as compared to protozoa parasites bacteria and your mono yetimi kuomo but virus the HIV can they don't die.
Enti eniane bi wo ho no ma ye betimi edi a e betimi aboa ye betimi ama your immune system no I very very strong ye betimi fight san niama we.
Oh yeah, fruits and vegetables are the key.
Okay.
Taking in more water, fruits and vegetables, normal food. You did this time. No, you did a greens. Near more. So oil near so sugar so. Now your natural food. Say where fish nessa at us the we did now. And no bois. And my immune system near very strong and active. Yes.
All right. Medasepa. And the abusian for yes sister Ewa has say just 5 minutes. Or question dia ubetimi ebisa no se uni question dia nso so dia and the ordinary final words any baby a owo ebeto abonten se de ebe ya bia eba wutimu so pe se woko teste ana say ba otimo say bi o person ni di nkomo bi obi won maybe an person no kasa privately what you say because this is a very how we handle people like that internet patcho ubetimi amai baby aga east ewo any say bi am details bi am contact details bi ana bi baby timi aba mo ho no ma na eja yen so yensa aka yo
patcho we say for the mechanism say HIV a viral infection e moja mu yade enya honam ni yade na ade a ete kunipa bebre omunya HIV no enye yade na nkasa na mum stigma ye hu so HIV enkasa me ho ememe me ne kasa menya bi na me so na ade mu no enye yade e wo honam eye moja mu na ewo ene nti se me ma wa me ye wa tu me ne oda mpa so edidi boma enche se menya bi esan se moja mu contact eye moja ni moja ADF na ene be mo bi enya HIV ene nti HIV get tested, get treatment, early testing, early treatment. Now what you say we are alive. Me waga East Municipal Hospital first, near friend COVID hospital, and I say Mahama Hospital. Into free atomic baby I'll be do Wonder Junction now busa taxi so I do be call straight. Onya Duga Easter, also called China House. There was special house be a friend China House.
I think I'm China House.
When I want we see hospital. No more the what to the China House of Wana ALT unit in the
okay. Me too.
HIV ART unit no. Enso so beba ho. Enye so ba ho obi abefo so be test for HIV. Ye treat STIs enso ho. And nti namu yade nyina ye hwe wo ho. Na HIV ni so ka ho. And nti so ba ho a enkyere say HIV nti so ba.
Nti enye a place just for HIV a o remo obi be ka say
yes, family planning is there a series of facility unit a public health unit. It is so many departments na wo ho. And HIV STI unit ni so ho. And nti and just will be a TB mental unit, family planning, and one of the units say adolescent health unit. Yes, so see a into Sawaba and you get tested. It is good to know your status. Me who me say me negative, I will know how to protect myself. Yes, me a positive is also me take a dragger, make stay with HIV, me moving ko ace, ever ko ya dear dem beko owu.
Mate, me da sepa.
Okay, yeah. Your patient answer question odi can we say first no. And then I hear bo hu de ro ye treat speaking against stigma. Obinya HIV na. Once a stigma ne ma nkrofo ewu bebre, ewu awanya HIV. Or say ne say for us as society ne e pamomeno. Ma me nkobo me ho adwara hara me fan spread e ma nkrofo. Inti onya HIV ne say mu sreme de ne me so ma obi anya bi ne nya ya ewu abu yes. And into see a try preach says so bi wa yade na. You can take the drug and get to undetectable. Obetima da do no so adumre bi no afia be test kwani ehun wani wom. E ho no ye betu fo sa no obi betima hia. Nipa no enkonya yade ne ebi. Yes. Until most of times because of say lack of knowledge until my preaching this thing I'll say yes remo. Say you so bi obi ye show ne love. Medical me ati say nipa no yan show ne love no anu madru. One giant said ya day and famine ko womb and yet the end of the world. Men no madru no manya hoden at na say I worry I will my way ya. Or do the fourth stage at toxoplasmosis in the soma e affect adreno. Enya ko affect adrena e woni pa na adreno na just say suicidal thoughts bem after na adreno wicked acts bem say memo bi anya bi inti nipa no anya careful kran otimi ba hospital now we are very aggressive because of person what testing kra e wo na so nya bi because we are seeing na apome inti say you preach say yes mama my young stigmatize obia obo HIV a positive na ne partner any bia they can marry a partner no onya bi da the banso so a o mewo no onya bi da ma me no madro ana papa na wo bi no enu madro no hwe so edin hyehya ya hyehya no so a o how bia eniwo
okay
yes eba me brother question na o kan no so a medical me atia say ye test first test pen kaso bi nya HIV e 3 test ene ye o collaba sa test me nsani nyina wo ho inti atwi moja no ye de gu me nsani nyina so confirm o ba ya so ya na so ko OPD cases bi na the first response ya na eba positive I very refer to ART HIV unit second for other second and third test no enye ye 3 test ye cancel we na still until one say we do a viral load to confirm and let you know the copies into copies e mo na dodo wo moja be me hu se wonya ya che wonya ya ma ye nche ana se wonya ye no etena mo ache na bia wanu maduro kwa na wugya ye obu a wan so defaulter what se wonya HIV wanu maduro na wo do undetectable no se we makodi dance ya de na free me moja onu maduro bi ujai na emo no sa pick strength now immune system you weak na pick DNA now a multiply thousands ebe multiply billions it's not fe relapse ebe ba no e ba more in the blood Nti sana yadeɛ no ensamuti. Nti sɛ wonya test na positive am. You nyina so prekope mo wadru.
Okay.
Medical mo say first response no can pick other opportunistic infection and present as HIV. Because they HIV. When you syphilis, a bit but it's positive, but then just when you HIV.
Okay.
And it's your first response now, I know your confirmatory test. We do the second response. It is a first response require a banner a positive arm. You can say a positive, you can say a reactive. Second response, a reactive. Third one, a confirmatory test, but positive. You better say we are positive for HIV.
Okay.
A bit say first response, be reactive. Second, a be non-reactive. Third, non-reactive. Nipa ni HIV. Inti ebe ka chokora koye syphilis test, koye gonorrhea, koye Hep B. Inti e na disinfections ni bi wo ho. Na HIV we no first response na apeke. Yes.
Okay.
Inti your first response the testing. Into hospital na ye test, ye ba ko pese wanya bia ka chom say test na say miensa. E dey bibi kwa fa manum. Inti mo fa me hu sampa manya bi. Na mo last response no last response take it 15 to 20 minutes. Into transnamu sampa take it 15 to 20 minutes to read and sana what you have to say manya HIV. If you are still not convinced, do the viral load. We have viral load then they said one copy cry it will show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a Nyankopon insura. Me pacho say ye beja omo amawa ko we futu obi a wo de be mayen. And if you want to wish someone a Merry Christmas, please, you're free to go.
Yo, the put on the maybe singing and say ABC in Egusu A. A stands for abstinence. A beya yemo and web jack a cranium for your moon see. We should abstain from sex. Yeah, abstaining. That is the first key. Yes, also your warrants also no B. We should be faithful to our partners. We should be faithful to our partners. And at the last scene now, I want I made 2 years singing now for say we should always use a condom. And when we say condom, ni use no be bring company say yeah, now so it is safe. It is safe to use the condom and save your life than to just do certain things wrong and at the end get all this infection. Not only HIV but Hep B so hepatitis and so it may affect your liver. In Tiamo yahu edwane nhwe yahu so ye yo mechia me Merry Christmas to East Municipal Hospital staffs na ye DDNS ye director Dr. Yoruba ye chia mu nyina Ga East ALT team Ante Gloria ni with team and my sweet husband Godfred. I say I love you so much in the case. Merry Christmas to all.
That's so cute. Merry Christmas to you too. Nyankopon onshrawo na onya okese. Thank you so much for coming and teaching us these things. I hope say you would come again. Na yense share bibi foforo. Ebusha for aha any other conversation no ABC